Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'd like to continue with part 2 of my United Arab Emirates ration. Now this was the Type C ration, so let's take a look at their lunch and dinner. Now welcome back to part 2 of my United Arab Emirates Type C ration, and today I want to look at the lunch and dinner components. Save a little bit of time. I'm following the suggested meal combinations on the pack here, and I have out on the tray the lunch portion of this ration. So for lunch it suggests the bean stew, some wheat bran crackers, the guava paste, I have some salt and pepper, a black tea and sugar, and as a sweet side dish I'm going to have a look at some of the dried dates. So start where I normally like to start. The beverage I'm having this time is one of the teas, so it's just a simple brown looking wrapper there, little tear strip at the side, and a Té Negro tea, so whether that is black tea I'm not sure, but I'd assume, or whether that's the brand. And we'll just use the spoon that came with this and some hot water, and we'll make up about half a cup, half a mug of black tea. Now there was 2 teas and 2 coffees, but there was only 2 whiteners with the 4 drinks, so I'm assuming the whiteners are meant to go with the coffee. So with this tea I'm just going to have a little bit of the sugar that came with it. So there was 4 sugars, plenty of sugars for them. So we're just about half a sugar. I think there's about 2 teaspoons in each little sugar packet there. And I'll just give that a little stir and leave it to do its thing. Just clean the spoon a little. Now I think we'll start looking at the wheat bran crackers. Again, there was 2 packets of these in the ration, so we get plenty. And I was bringing a little folding knife, seen in one of my previous videos. Now it does have tostada printed on them, and I've seen those many times in the Spanish rations. I think this ration is actually imported from Spain. A lot of the components do say made in Spain, so it's probably the universal biscuits. But there's a nice large pack of the tostada biscuits there. I'll just take a couple out to one side, keep going round. We'll have a look at this guava paste. Looks like it's quite tricky to open, so I'll just bring in the knife just to take the top off there. Again, I think I've had a similar one in possibly my Portuguese ration. A lot of these rations seem to be made in Spain by the same company nowadays. I think they're doing very well, supplying a lot of the world's armies. While I've got the bit of sweet stuff on the edge of the knife there, I think I shall open some of the vacuum packed dates. And there's 100 grams of dates there. Just get 1 or 2 of those out. They do seem well sealed and well stuck in the packet. As you all know, dates are a very sticky item. So again, just for demonstration purposes, I should just get 1 out of the packet, 2 out of the packet. I'll just leave the rest in there just due to the stickiness. I have salt and pepper on standby, and because this bean stew feels a little bit in the wet side, almost like a soup as I shake it, I've got a little bowl here so it don't spill all over my table. So the bean stew, 300 grams. Just open that up. Take a look inside. That looks very nice looking stew there. Let's pour that into a bowl. Very healthy looking portion. Very nice smell coming from there already. Wipe my hands a little. So I'll just give this tea a little bit more agitation and just take out the bag. They can tend to get a little bit bitter if we leave them in too long. So we'll start with the tea. Notice I didn't give that a quick stir before my viewers start screaming at the camera you didn't stir the tea. So a nice dark looking tea. Very traditional dark black tea, very English style tea, sort of thing we have in England all the time. Seems like a decent quality brand. It's strong without being bitter. Personally I would like a little bit of milk, but I'm drinking it without. As I said, there was only 2 whiteners. I was assuming they was for the coffee, but it's still a very nice decent tea. A good quality tea. Not sure of the brand, but it is certainly a good quality. I think I'll move straight on to this bean stew. As you can see, there's a nice selection of beans, sweet corn, looks like a little bit of red bell pepper, a little bit of green bean, some pinto beans maybe. Let's have a little taste. Delicately flavoured. The beans are soft, only just cooked. They're not soggy. For me, just about the right amount of salt and pepper, but it is only just, it's barely there. There's no heat, there's no background taste. The background gravy or juice, very similar to a chicken flavour. I don't think it is chicken, but if you imagine like a chicken broth, chicken flavoured soup, very sort of that sort of flavour. I don't think it's chicken. I think it is just the flavours of the beans, the white beans there, the pinto beans that's come through. But it's very reminiscent of a chicken style broth. Enjoyable, tasty, warm, comforting, filling, plenty of vegetables, plenty of flavour. No other heat. There's no hot sauce or anything like that, so it's a very simple, very basic sort of flavour. Have a look at some of these tostada wheat bran crackers. It's nice and crisp. Extremely bland on flavour. Very, very nondescript. They're crisp. They're crunchy, they're fresh, not a lot of flavour. It really is just a wheat flour and bran. I don't think there's anything more than that. Very little salt, very uninspiring, but it is a crispy bran cracker. Does go well as an extra bulking agent, adds a little bit of crisp and crunch to the bean stew. A very nice bulking agent. On their own, very bland, very lacking any descriptive flavour. It just tastes like a compressed flour biscuit, which is white wheat flour, but it has got bran in there. I think I'll just take a look at the guava paste. So a little bit like a set jam, set jelly. A little taste off the edge of the knife there on its own. Very sweet. I wouldn't quite know that was guava. It's not a distinctive taste, but it's a very sweet fruit jam style paste. Certainly plenty of it. Try a little bit on the biscuit there. Again, the biscuit is very uninspiring, or the cracker, very uninspiring, but the addition of the guava cream or guava paste just makes a sweet dessert type style crispy crunch. Certainly pleasant, certainly enjoyable. A sweet jam style cream. The flavour, very difficult to distinguish. I wouldn't know that was a guava flavour. It's just a sweet jam, but very enjoyable, very pleasant. Finally,
I'll have some dates. Excuse me while I finish eating that cracker there. Standard looking dry dates I think you can get anywhere around the world. They still have their stone, so I've got to be careful. There's the stone, the pit. Good quality, sweet, tasty, enjoyable, standard dates that you seem to get all around the world. So, a little taste of the tea. Brief recap: nice, dark, strong, good quality English breakfast style tea. Very enjoyable, very nice. The bean stew, simple beans, no meat, with a few peppers. Nice, simple, light gravy. Just right salt and pepper for my own personal taste. Others might want to add a little bit more salt and pepper. A little bit of hot sauce would have really lifted it, give it some more kick. But it's a very simple, easy to eat bean, vegetarian I should imagine, dish. The crackers are plain, simple wheat bran crackers, and that's just what they taste like. There's no overpowering salt or sugar. It just tastes like a baked wheat cracker. On their own, very uninspiring, but they do make a very good, and we get plenty of them, a background base, in addition to the stew and the cream, the guava cream. The guava cream, just a set jam or jelly style sweet paste or spread. I wouldn't personally know that is guava unless it had it printed on the packet there, but it is a sweet, enjoyable fruit styled jelly spread or jam. Certainly very tasty. Didn't need the salt and pepper, but that is just salt and pepper. The dates, standard good quality dates that most people all around the world would be familiar with. There's nothing really more to say. They're just a good quality, fresh tasting dried date. So that is the lunch of this United Arab Emirates ration. So join me in a couple of seconds where I shall show you the evening meal. And welcome back to this evening meal or dinner component of this United Arab Emirates ration. Now again, I've followed the meal suggestion on the pack, and it suggests for dinner we should have this kushari. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Again, it would suggest the wheat bran crackers, but there was 2 packs, so I have the opened pack from the lunch. The cinnamon cake as the dessert. There's also a fruit jelly, pâté de fruits, which looks very familiar to the French RCIR. And just for fun, we'll just have a look at the paper tissues just to see what's in there. Now I've already tried the tea, the coffee and one of the lemon drinks powders. There was 4 lemon drinks powders, so rather than open another one and repeat myself, I've just got a simple glass of water, because obviously the troops would have water in their canteens. So let's start working our way around again. So just to have a look, we'll have a look at the paper tissues. Don't really need these, it's just nice to see what they contain. So it looks like they are actually little paper serviettes or napkins that you get in the restaurants, cheaper restaurants, and there's a little pack of 10 there. I'll just open one up just to have a look. So they're just nice little square paper napkins. So tissues, TP, napkins, whatever the need arises, but they're nice and useful. Again, to keep this warm at the moment, I'll have a look at the wheat bran crackers. Now we've just seen these, they're exactly the same. There's 2 packs of the Tostado wheat crackers, wheat bran crackers. So again, I've just got a couple out there to have with this meal. We have the cinnamon cake, which is a nice soft feeling sponge cake, I think. So I'll just use the knife there. Very nice little cake there in its own individual parchment or baking sheet. Nice little looking cake. And I think now time to have a look at this kushari, and it says the ingredients are brown rice, pasta, egg, lentils and a whole load of other ingredients. So again, 300 grams, nice little tear strip. I have got the bowl here again just to help contain it in the packet, in the tray. So it looks quite a bit thicker than the lentil stew, or bean stew, sorry, which we had for lunch. And we'll just empty that out. There's quite a lot more substantial thickness to it. This does feel like a thick pasta. I can smell spice in this one. Bit of hot sauce maybe, or certainly some chili or something along those lines. There is something hot within there. So nice healthy looking sized portion. Made a bit of a mess, it's all around my tray, but a nice healthy looking portion there. So I think we shall start with the kashari. Now there's pasta and lentils and other little ingredients in there, so let's just have a taste. A nice thick sauce. There is a smell of something that gives it a kick, but there's certainly not much of a kick. Very simple, very basic. There's a slight hint coming now, so there is a Tabasco or a chili right in the background. It does take time to materialise, you can smell it. Simple dish. I think it's a simple tomato sauce with lentils, pasta. The pasta is just cooked. It's al dente, not soggy. Again, personally, I think I would add a little bit more of the hot sauce or sriracha or something along those lines, but as it is, it's still a very enjoyable, easy to eat, easy going pasta and lentil style dish with a tomato sauce, nicely flavoured. Nobody, I don't think, would have a problem eating that. Have a little bit of the cracker again, just to see how the crackers go with this particular dish. On their own, the crackers are very, very disappointing, but they do make a good bulking agent, good extra calorific addition to the mains. Let's have a cleanse on my palate now. Let's have a look at this cinnamon cake. So nice dark cinnamon cake, almost looks like a ginger cake. Certainly moist, it's certainly not dry. Nice and light, nice and airy. Nice cinnamon flavour. It's not too dry. It's not as dry as a Bridgeford shelf stable bun. Probably still drier than a standard cake you'd buy in the store, but it's all shelf stable. Very nice, very enjoyable, dark cake. There's plenty of cinnamon, not overly sweet. Very nice, pleasant pound cake or slab cake with a pleasing cinnamon flavour. And last but not least, we'll have a look at this pâté de fruit. Now this does look just like the ones you get in the French RCIR, so that's what I'm expecting. And yes, same thing, a compressed jelly block, sugar coated, nice and soft there. This particular one is orange flavour, but it is the same pâté de fruits jelly bar you see in the French RCIR. Nice, gentle, not chewy, it's just a sugar laden jelly. This particular one is orange, very nicely flavoured, very nicely presented. So again, quick recap. Pâté de fruits, same as found in the French RCIR. a nice jelly bar with a sugar coating, this particular one orange, the kashiri, a simple tomato pasta dish with lentils and other beans in there, not overly not overly powdered with heat or hot sauce. Personally, I would add a little bit of extra hot sauce, but that said, it's still an enjoyable al dente, just cooked pasta dish. Very nice, very tasty. Tostada biscuits, very simplistic, as I mentioned with the lunch, very little flavour, but they do make an excellent bulking agent for everything else in the meal. The cinnamon cake, I would say they're better than the Bridgeford, which we see in a lot of rations. It's softer, more moister, a nice amount of cinnamon. It's dark, I'm assuming that's from the cinnamon colour in itself. Very tasty, very enjoyable. So, overall, well, before I go, I'll show you, there is also a lot of accessories left over with the duplicates. There was 2 of the crackers, there's serviettes, there's a peach jam, there's another guava cream, there's a coffee, there's a tea, there's 3 more isotonic lemon drinks in there, another pate de fruits, so there's still plenty more to help you get through the 24-hour period apart from the 3 main meals. So that's it for the United Arab Emirates Type C Menu 3, so I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. Now thank you and goodbye.